It's January 14th, and it is my day 10 of First Form's Transformation Challenge. And tomorrow, Friday, will be the beginning of my week 18 with the Venus Index. And today, I'm going to talk about something that's not really fitness or diet related, but it is health related. And it has to do with what do we put our time into, specifically with our work, and what does it give us? What does it give us back? So the time that we're committing to something like work or a job, what does it give us back? Well, the most obvious answer is that we get an income. Usually you get an income for the amount of time that you're working. In my case, I own my own business and I'm not paid an hourly wage. I'm paid based on production. And so I get paid commission based on what is sold. And so I don't have a set amount every single month that I know is going to come in, but nonetheless I do get paid. And recently I've had some changes in my office that have been a little bit, they've been stressful, and so I've been having to work around it, figure it out, think about what I want to do. And yesterday it got to the point where I was like, why am I doing this? So yes, I need an income. Yes, I need a roof over my head. Yes, I need to pay for things. But is there some other way that I can do that I can get an income and not have to feel this way about the work that I'm doing? And it's not been a bad career at all, but it has changed a lot. So in the 28 years that I've been in the insurance industry, it's like a different world these days. I've been an insurance agent for 8 years, and I worked, again, like I say, in the industry for a total of 28. But I feel like it's so different than how it used to be that it's difficult sometimes to even recognize what it is I'm doing. But I think a lot of us want to feel like we have a purpose in what we do, that we're not just going to work to, put our time card into a machine and have it stamped, and we put our hours in and then we leave. I mean, I know some people do that because maybe they feel like they don't have another option, but I don't want to. And so I'm really having to think about this, and I was calling it yesterday my parachute plan. What is my parachute plan to be able to live differently? And is it leaving the industry completely? Is it, at any rate, what is it? What does that look like? And so I'm bringing this up today because I think that for so many of us, the lives that we lead are predicated so much by the work we do. I mean, we spend the majority of our time in a job. And so, there are some people that have time freedom because they've set themselves up with investments or property ownership, et cetera, that they get residual income coming off of that. And that's fantastic and that's great. But for most people, you have a job that you go to and you spend time there, and the time that's spent there and the effort that you put in, you get your money back for that. Well, I'm finding that the money that I get back for the time that I'm spending doing what I do isn't worth it. And if it's not, how am I going to change that? I don't have an answer. I'm not coming on here to say, oh yes, I've figured out the answer to my life. I haven't. But I am coming on here to say that I need to acknowledge it. And I think many of us might need to be looking at those sorts of things in order for us to have success in the long haul for what it is that we are doing for our bodies. Because if we don't nurture and feed our minds and our hearts and our souls, assuming you believe in any of that stuff, then it will be really difficult for us to continue on a sustainable path with health and fitness. And so, I mean, I see people all the time, I am also an example of this, who lose weight or get on a fitness journey. They hit the metrics that they want, they get where they want to be, they stay there for a little while, and then they can't maintain it. Well, I contend that the degree to which we are able to maintain our desired goal is in direct relation to how much work we're also putting into making sure that we are good up here and here. And so I'm making this video today as another proof point to myself that I have to deal with this. In the same way that I made in the video last time where I took photos of my back so I could see the gains that I had made with my workouts and could see the muscle definition. This is sort of an opposite point, that I need to acknowledge the fact that this thing right now, this way that I feel about the work that I do, I will need to address it. And if I don't, in the future, I would say that my success and my ability to be successful will be directly tied to how well I'm going to address this issue that I'm talking about today. And so I guess this is sort of a hey, heads up, lady, you know, what are you going to do about this? And like I said, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I think it's important that I acknowledge it, put it out there, and become accountable and responsible for it. So that's what I'm doing. And now I have to go to the DMV for a really fun time. I hope everybody has a great rest of their week and a fabulous weekend, and I'll see you again soon.